Hello, everyone. Welcome to this episode of Wehry Weekly History and Entertainment News. As winter is in full swing, there are many other things to do besides art shows, concerts, and plays. On this episode, along with the usual WWHEN favorites, I'll be discussing some ski resorts like Jiminy Peak and Bosque Ski Resort that are open. Plus, I'll be giving a list of the best places to sled in Berkshire County, which is great for the snow days and winter recess. First, it's time for this episode's trivia question. This episode's question is, what is the highest grossing horror movie of all time according to the website boxofficemojo.com? Now, for this episode's local headlines. First, some unfortunate news in North Adams. The popular Movieplex 8 there is no more. It closed on January 31st. There was no direct reason given. A quote on the First Hartford website, which owned the theater, quote, "It is with great sadness that we have to announce that the North Adams Movieplex 8 will be closing its doors indefinitely on January 31st, end quote. This marks the second major movie theater to close in the Berkshires, as it joins the former Regal Cinema in Lanesboro. It also marks yet another theater nationally that has closed because of the struggling economy. The theater first opened in 2007 and was popular among the community and MCLA students. Now, there are only 3 movie theaters in Berkshire County open: Beacon Cinemas in Pittsfield, Images Cinema in Williamstown, and the Triplex Cinema in Great Barrington. WWHEN hopes to not report on any more movie theater closures in the future, and hopes someone takes over the former Movieplex 8 theater. Our next story takes us to Stockbridge for a trip to the Chance Galleries, an art museum that has not been discussed on WWHEN. First, a brief history of the museum. Since 1982, curator Jim Chance has contributed to the studio glass movement with his experience as an art director and owner, as well as from the perspective of an artist. Many of the artists represented and supported by the physicality of the museum are good friends. As for the museum itself, this is a collection of contemporary glass art in the Berkshires. An impressive roster of more than 60 nationally and internationally recognized artists are exhibited throughout 2 floors, representing an array of perspective, exploration, and varied approaches to creating art with the medium of glass. The exhibits are always changing. Chance Galleries is located at the Lee Bank Building at 3 Elm Street in Stockbridge. Call 413-298-3044 to book an appointment. Masks are required at all times. Our next story takes us to the 10 by 10 Arts Festival in Pittsfield. This popular event brings together many different unique arts to the city of Pittsfield. On the last episode, I discussed on the Play Festival that Barrington Stage Company is putting on for the festival. And this Play Festival is just one of the aspects of the event. Every year, hundreds of people come out to see the best of what Pittsfield has to offer artistically. This year's events include blacksmithing, woodworking, and ice sculpting at Hancock Shaker Village, a Jacob's Pillow dance performance at the Boys and Girls Club, a showing of Magic Treehouse the Night at Dawn at the Colonial Theater, live music at the hotel on North Street, an art reception at the Liechtenstein Center for the Arts, and the centerpiece of this year's 10 by 10 festival, Restaurant Week. Here, you can dine at many different restaurants, including places like Dottie's Coffee House and Hot Plate Brewing Company. The 2023 Pittsfield Restaurant Week will feature a passport to encourage people to dine in as many restaurants as possible over the 10-day period. Patrons will receive a stamp on their passport for each unique place they dine, with each stamp being an entry into a prize package drawing. If a person visits 10 different places in the 10 days, they will get 10 bonus entries. At the end of the festival, there is always a fireworks show. This year it is scheduled for February 25th, taking place at the Pittsfield Common. The 10 by 10 festival runs from February 16th through the 26th. If you have any questions, visit the City of Pittsfield's website or the website Love Pittsfield at lovepittsfield.com. Our next story takes us to Mass Mocha in North Adams for a hip-hop concert. Ivy Soul draws on many different styles of rap for her concerts, including Southern rap, gospel, spoken word poetry, and more. Her last offering, titled Candid, which was released in February 2022, has earned praise from fans and music critics alike, including major magazines and websites such as Pitchfork, Fader, NPR, Metal Mag, and others. She brings a high energy to her performances and is great for those who are interested in the genre. Ivy Soul will be performing at Mass Mocha on February 25th at 8 p.m. The concert will take place in Club B10. To purchase tickets, visit massmocha.org. Masks are required for the concert. Now, for a different part of WWHEN. We're going to be looking into two of the most popular ski resorts in Berkshire County. These are great for families during winter recess, or if you are interested in skiing in general. Both of these resorts have been talked about in the past here on WWHEN. The first place is Jiminy Peak, located in Hancock. This ski area boasts over 45 skiing and snowboarding trails covering over 167 acres. All of these trails funnel back to the base area, making Jiminy Peak great for both beginners and experts. They also have a mountain coaster open year-round, which according to their website is 36,000 feet of twisting, turning fun, end quote. Lastly, they have fascinating night events, including the Peak Music Series at the Christensen Tavern, outdoor activities, DJs, the Vertical Challenge Series, which is a climbing festival event similar to the Ramble Up Mount Greylock, and more. Jiminy Peak is located at 37 Corey Road in Hancock. Tickets can be purchased at their website at jiminypeak.com. Here, you can purchase daily tickets or weekend tickets. Jiminy Peak is open 8:30 a.m. to 10 p.m. on weekends and holidays, and 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. during the midweek and non-holidays. Our second ski resort is the Bosquet Ski Resort, located in Pittsfield. It is a long-time treasured wintertime gem in the Berkshires. Established in 1932, Bosquet Mountain is the oldest existing ski area in the Berkshires. It has some of the best snow tubing Massachusetts and New England as a whole have to offer. There are over 100 tubes available for riding, up to 10 tubing lanes, and a carpet lift that makes getting back to the top of the tubing hill easy. This is great for families, and in between tubing, the family can enjoy fire pits, cabanas, and picnic tables at the ski lodge. Bosquet Mountain also offers a full-service ski and snowboarding rental department. They are also great for beginners as they offer full lessons. Bosquet Mountain is located at 101 Dan Fox Drive in Pittsfield. Hours vary as shown here. Visit bosquetmountain.com to purchase your tickets. WWHEN concludes its winter discussion with a feature on sledding. A few years ago, I did a piece on the top places to sled in Berkshire County. I feel like that list is worth repeating. In Adams, these places include Hoosick Valley Elementary School at 14 Commercial Street and Forest Park Country Club at 41 Park Ave. In Dalton, Wacona Country Club at 20 Orchard Road. Great Barrington, Monument Mountain High School at 500 Stockbridge Road. In Lee, Lee Elementary School at 310 Greylock Street. In Lenox, the Tanglewood parking lots opposite the main gate of Tanglewood on West Street, Route 183. In North Adams, Brayton Elementary School at 20 Barber Street, St. Joseph Cemetery and Southview Cemetery on Church Street. In Pittsfield, Clapp Park at 233 West Housatonic Street, my personal favorite. John T. Reed Middle School at 950 North Street in Pittsfield. Osceola Park at 41 Osceola Street in Pittsfield. And in Williamstown, Cole Field at William Stetson Road. Sheep Hill at 671 Cold Spring Road, and the Taconic Golf Club at 19 Meacham Road. These are all free and great alternatives to ski resorts. Switching gears now from outdoor to indoor activities, the Berkshire Theater Group in Pittsfield will be hosting a comedy show on March 3rd. The event is known as the Ivy League of Comedy Show, because all three of these are Ivy League graduates. They are known for their elite brand of clever comedy and can be seen on TV, on late night, and Comedy Central. There are 3 members of the Ivy League comedy show. Andy Pitts' unique brand of comedy has landed him multiple appearances in both New York City nightclubs and late-night TV shows. Carrie Louise is a high-energy, commanding, versatile comedian who can entertain any audience with her warmth and razor-edge wit. Sean Ely has been featured at the New York Times and has a sense of humor that's been both cheerful and universal, and he has headline shows on 5 continents. The Ivy League comedy show will be taking place on March 3rd. It will be held at the Colonial Theater in Pittsfield and will take place at 7:30 p.m. This is not recommended for anyone 16 and younger. Masks are required. Visit btg.org to purchase your tickets. It's now time for this episode's movie portion of WWHEN. This episode, we are going to be discussing one of RT's favorite films, the horror movie A Quiet Place, and its sequel. In both of these films, an alien invasion has destroyed most of human civilization. What makes these monsters especially scary is that they all rely on sound. The film hints that the creatures are completely blind and have an extremely heightened sense of hearing. A Quiet Place's heroes are the Abbott family. They live in near complete silence and communicate mostly through sign language. One of the Abbott children is deaf, so they are very used to communicating through sign language. But how can the monsters be defeated? A Quiet Place Part 1 was one of 2018's surprise hits, earning $188 million domestically. A Quiet Place Part 2 was supposed to be released in 2020. Unfortunately, its release date coincided with the exact same weekend that the COVID pandemic became a real-life horror movie. The film was pushed to 2021, where it became the first big success story of the pandemic box office era, earning $160 million. While many movies found ways to be released both in theaters and on streaming, A Quiet Place Part 2 was the first sit-down movie theater success of the pandemic. There are plans for both a third movie and a spin-off, with details still unknown. So why do I love these films? A Quiet Place understands perfectly that sometimes the scariest parts of the movies aren't the monsters, but the tensions within the film. The film builds constantly, and it relies on silence for its scary parts. My favorite types of horror movies are the non-gory ones, and this one is right up there. Despite this, there are some good scares. I saw the second movie in a theater, which marked the first and last horror movie I'll watch in a theater. Good scary films like these ones are better left to watch at home. Another key aspect to this movie is the Abbott family. They are very heroic, helped in no small part due to 2 things in general: the chemistry of the family and the accurate portrayal of deafness and sign language. The 2 lead actors, John Krasinski, who also directed, and Emily Blunt, are a real-life couple. And the deaf Abbott daughter is portrayed by a deaf actress, Millicent Simmons. A Quiet Place also provides the answer to this episode's trivia question. As a reminder, this episode's question was, what is the highest grossing horror movie of all time according to boxofficemojo.com? The answer is 2017's It. The movie, which is based off the best-selling Stephen King novel, earned $328 million at the box office. That actually puts it at number 78 on the highest grossing films of all time. There was also a sequel, 2019's It, Chapter 2. It earned a slightly less amount, but the number was still a robust $211 million. That ends this episode of Wehry Weekly History and Entertainment News. If you would like to watch this or any other WWHEN episode again, you can visit Pittsfield TV's and CTSB TV's websites shown here, or visit NBCTC's Facebook page. Also, if you would like to see the episodes in HD quality, make sure to check out my YouTube page at RT Wehry. Thank you.